What's up, you guys? I wanted to take a minute and come back on and talk to you guys about a really important topic, which is overcoming obstacles, if I can get out of the sun. Overcoming obstacles. So, I just finished Booty Day, last Booty Day in phase 2. And what I'll say is I just finished the version of it that I could do today. And what I mean by that is I'm overcoming an obstacle right now. So 2 weeks ago, my left wrist started to bother me quite a bit. And I just sort of assumed it was, muscle pain, knots in my arm like I get from holding heavy weights, because obviously I had that happen. You guys even saw it in the program last week where I was talking about how bad my wrist, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I was talking about how bad my wrist hurts. So it happens to me, right? I get like knots in my forearms and then it makes my wrist hurt and I get them worked on and then it feels better. So I kind of assumed that that's what was going on with my arm this time. So I took it a little bit easier. I wasn't holding quite as heavy of weights the last week or two. I saw my physical therapist quite a few times. He worked on it, and every time he would work on it, it would feel a little bit better, but then it would feel worse. We actually did an x-ray of it last week and a half ago, just to make sure there was nothing wrong with the bone. Everything's okay with the bone. But the last 3 or 4 days, it has gotten so significantly bad that I can't do anything with my left arm. Like, I can't open a jar. Like, I can barely hold things with my hand. If I accidentally move it in the wrong direction, it feels like somebody smashed it with a sledgehammer. And the pain's working its way up to my elbow. So, I'm guessing it's probably a tendonitis thing that I have to get looked at. But my point being is, okay, so first of all, I'm getting an MRI today to get it looked at just to make sure that it's nothing like crazy or super serious. But in terms of working through an obstacle, it's an obstacle for me, right? But one, I love to work out, and two, it's part of my job to work out. So, while I could take the approach and go, oh my gosh, my arm, I can't do anything, right? And most people would see that as justifiable, like, hey, you gotta be really careful, don't mess with that arm. That's not the approach I'm taking. The approach I'm taking is I have to be really careful with my arm right now, but that doesn't mean the whole rest of my body can't work. And I'm still being more careful with it, just because if my arm needs to heal, I need to let as much energy go to that as possible. But I like to move my body. It's important for me to move my body throughout the day for my mental sanity. But it leaves me feeling good. It gets some energy out. It makes me sleep better. So today when I did booty, I did the first 3 exercises with no weights, but with my loops. So I was still totally able to work my legs. And when I did it, I really focused on sinking in. I really focused on squeezing my muscles as I worked through it. I gotta tell you, it actually burned quite a bit. And then in the second round of exercises, it's all 3 band exercises, so no problem. We were down on the ground. I was able to do it on my forearms, not on my hands, obviously, so I wasn't putting pressure on my wrists. Great. In the next round where we did just weights, I just changed the exercises. Instead of dumbbell swings, I did plyometric squat jumps. So still works my glutes, still an explosive exercise, but I didn't have to hold anything in my hands. And then for the sumo hinge, I did the sumo hinge, but I did it with no weights. Again, just really focusing on my form. You'd be surprised at how much you can get out of an exercise, even with no weight, when you just focus on your form. My butt was on fire. And then reverse lunges, same thing. Just went all the way down to the ground, just lightly tapped my knee, drove up through my heel, squeezed my butt, definitely made that exercise work, felt it. And then for the last round of exercises, I didn't do a weight on my single leg bridge, just because even balancing it, holding it on my leg is sometimes a little bit hard with my wrist feeling the way it does right now. But I did single leg glute bridges, same thing. Squeeze, release, all 15 on both sides. I was able to obviously put a weight behind my knee and do the press up and overs. And then for camels, same thing, no weight, but just sunk in, drove through my hips. My point being is that I was able to work through the whole workout, still get tons of glute activation out of it. I did jump on my stair climber for about 15 minutes afterwards, just to bring my heart rate up a little bit, because that felt good. But we're always going to be faced with all of these obstacles, whether it's an injury or life or chaos in life, whatever it is. There's always going to be things where we can make excuses about why we can't get things done. And we have the choice. We have the choice to be like, oh my God, this is so terrible and life's so hard and I'm just going to throw my health and fitness away. Or you can be like, well, this sucks, but like I'm not going to make it worse by letting my health and fitness deteriorate. And I hope that as you guys go through this program, you learn that and that you are able to make those same choices to overcome things instead of letting them bring you down. I'll give you one more funny thing about my morning. It's not, well, whatever. This is just my day. This is just life, okay? So again, most people would be like, oh my God, this is how your Monday is starting. You totally are allowed to not work out today. So my son came in my bed last night to sleep at like 4 a.m. Whatever. He's 9. He sometimes does it. Comes in my bed at like 5:15, 5:30. He won't stop tossing and turning. And I'm like, Dominic, stop moving. And he's like, Mom, I accidentally peed myself. I'm like, what? My kid is 9. He's never wet the bed in his life. I'm like, what are you talking about? He must have just been in such a deep sleep that he had to go to the bathroom and he didn't realize it. So at 5:30 in the morning, I'm getting up. I'm pulling sheets off the bed. I'm getting him cleaned up, putting him in clean clothes. And I'm like, let's go. We're sleeping in your bed for like the next 30 minutes because I still need sleep. Okay. So then I get up, get him breakfast, get him pack his lunch, get him out the door to school. And I walk around the corner of my living room and I see that my dog threw up. So after cleaning, like yanking the sheets off my bed, scrubbing my mattress, cleaning my son up, like what the heck just happened, then I'm cleaning up dog vomit. Mind you, I'm doing it all with one good hand because my other hand can't do anything. You guys, most people would just be like, oh my God, it's Monday. I'm not doing anything. And I thought about it for a second, but then I was like, well, what good is that going to do? What good is it going to do to be mad about it? Like life happens, right? Like, okay, my son had an accident. It's literally never, even from when he potty trained, he never went into bed. I'm like, it happened. Washed the sheets. Okay. All right. The dog ate something that he puked up. Like it's got to get cleaned. There's nobody else to do it but me. So I got to do it. Like you can get mad about it and frustrated and act like life is so mean to you, or you can just deal with it and move on and then get back to the things that you did have planned. All right. I started my workout 45 minutes later than I had planned on. So what? It's done. I'm going to move on with my day now. So that's my whole point to you guys is that obstacles are always going to be there. They're always going to challenge us. No day is ever going to be perfect. You get up and you move on and you move forward with it. And once I get my MRI done and find something out, I'll let you guys know what's going on with my arm and if I'm going to be doing any upper body or if I'm going to just have amazingly beastly legs and glutes, but a really wimpy upper body for a while. Anyways, that's my point. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope if an obstacle comes your way, you just embrace it and push past it and don't let it slow you down. Have a happy Monday. I'll talk to you later. Bye.